Okay, councillors, we're back in open council. And C 02.7 was the General Manager's Performance Review. The recommendation, the council note the General Manager's Performance Review, the panel report. Okay, Mr. General Manager, if you'd like to go to the other confidential agenda items, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In regard to item CR 2.1, the tender number 422021, Aberdeen Intake Works Pumps and Electrical Upgrade Tender Evaluation. Council resolved 1, to accept the tender 422021 from EMT Proprietary Limited for the design and construction of the Aberdeen Intake Works Station for a total lump sum of $582,110.01 exclusive of GST, and 2, delegate authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract up to and including 20% exclusive of GST of the total contract value without further approval from Council, and 3, delegate authority to the General Manager to execute all associated documents and perform all relevant functions of the contract. In regard to item CR 2.2, tender number 8 of 2022 for concreting for Merriwell Cycle and Walkway, Council resolved to accept the tender 8/2022 from Deloma Proprietary Limited for the design and construction of the Merriwell Cycle and Walkway for a total lump sum of $724,525 inclusive of GST. Delegate authority of the General Manager to approve variations to the contract up to 20% of the total contract value without further approval from Council, and delegate authority of the General Manager to execute all associated documents and perform all functions of the contract. Item CR 2.3, tender 6 of 2021, supply of services, additional late submissions, preferred suppliers. Council resolved to accept the following additional approved suppliers to the supply of services suppliers list for the supply of services for the period of 28th February 2022 to 9th of August 2022. From Finn Valley Plant and Civil Proprietary Limited, Guy Holman Concreting, Shearman Fencing Proprietary Limited, Reeves Haulage, Vision Excavation, and Richard John Carr. In relation to item CR 2.5, tender number 9, 2022 for bitumen for Merriwell Cycle and Walkway, Council resolved to accept tender 9, 2022 from Deloma Proprietary Limited for the design and construction of the Merriwell Cycle and Walkway for a total lump sum of $200,250 inclusive of GST. Delegate authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract up to 20% of the total contract value without further approval from Council, and delegate authority to the General Manager to execute all associated documents and perform all functions of the contract. And finally, in regard to item 2.6, confidential questions with notice, Council resolved that Council note the questions received and the responses provided.
Thank you, Mr. General Manager. That declares our meeting closed. Councillor, just stay seated after we go off air, please.